The Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia met with Trump yesterday, and he got an extremely warm welcome. It was Mohammed bin Salman's first visit since 2018. Trump said, quote, "We are more than meeting, we are honoring Saudi Arabia." The trip included a red carpet welcome. We learned that Saudi Arabia is committing to invest $1 trillion into the United States. That is what we heard from Mohammed bin Salman. That was the number that Trump was very excited about. We got a big press release from the White House. Now, you might be feeling a little bit of deja vu here. You might be thinking, actually, this sounds kind of familiar. I think maybe I've heard this before or seen this before. Well, I'm here to tell you, you have seen this before. In fact, 6 months ago, you heard this exact same announcement when Trump was over visiting the Middle East. And it was during that trip that the White House announced this deal with Saudi Arabia, where Saudi Arabia was going to invest, wait for it, $1 trillion into the US. So why are we here again? Why are we getting the same headline? Well, there were some caveats to that original deal back in May, because the number changed several times and quite drastically. It was originally $1 trillion, and then it was, no, it's actually $300 billion. Then it was, no, it's not 300, it's actually $600 billion. That's supposedly where we landed, but now I guess we're changing it again. So the new number is $1 trillion, which means we're basically back to where we started, and that's what we are supposed to be celebrating. That is our big deal with Saudi Arabia. Now, I have some questions about this deal, and they are the same questions I've asked when we've seen every other deal in this administration, and they are the following. 1, is there a treaty or is there a contract? 2, are there any written terms of agreement? And 3, has anything been signed? And once again, the answer to all of those questions is no. And so we are left to conclude the same thing we concluded with every other deal. And that is that this isn't really a deal. And if you don't believe me about that, well, then I would just encourage you to simply pull up a Google tab or pull up ChatGPT and type in the following question. Ask, what is the total value of Saudi Arabia's entire sovereign wealth fund? The whole thing. Ask Google that question. I'll give you a hint. It's less than $1 trillion.